Imagine a London listed company that is based in Mali that is already churning out lithium that could be used in, say, electric vehicles. Yet it is still waiting government permission to ship to China. That's the current situation we find ourselves in as Kodal Minerals shareholders. Welcome to the high stakes play that is Kodal Minerals' dream. Welcome back everyone to the channel. So what is Kodal Minerals? Well, it's a London listed company, as I said, that is based in Mali, and their flagship asset is the Bougouni Lithium project, something that we've been invested in on this channel for the best part of 5 years now. It is taking every step possible to get to the point where it is producing its spodumene and is waiting delivery to China. It is well positioned to be a major player in the lithium space. Yesterday we got news of a new offtake agreement. Mining and processing operations continuing on site with over 40,000 tons of spodumene concentrate produced and ready for export. They have the goods. They have it. They have a buyer. They just need to get the stuff across to the buyer to receive payment. The summary of the offtake agreement then is: an offtake agreement is finalized for 100% of the spodumene concentrate produced by the DMS processing plant at Bougouni to be purchased by Hainan. The initial offtake agreement is for a 4-year term with the commencement date set for the receipt of Mali government export permit. The prices of spodumene aren't particularly favourable right now, but we know that the offtake agreement price will be subject to floor price. The floor price for the initial period of export is suspended, and the parties are negotiating an agreed floor price to take off effect from the 1st of January 2026. Parties agree on an annual quantity and schedule with an expected minimum of 8,000 wet metric tons to be shipped each and every month. And what I like about this is we can see that the payment terms 95% on shipment loading. So once they load it at the port, it is getting paid at 95% with the remaining 5% on delivery. Now we know delivery is going to probably take about 2-3 weeks for shipment to actually arrive there, but that's fantastic to get 95% in your hand before it even takes off. We can see here all the testing, all the checks, everything's going to be done before it leaves the port, which means we're guaranteed as long as that stuff gets there, we're going to be getting paid here. The first phase is 1.4 million tons per year, which is expected to produce 100 to 120,000 tons per year of lithium concentrate with a yield of more than 5.5%. Well done to the Kodal team. This is great. Well done, Bernie and the team. Honestly, you have done a fantastic job here. We're just waiting on this stupid export license situation to be resolved. The government situation in Mali right now is quite hostile. We've seen some news articles and some other companies' production being shut down. But the positive stuff that we're hearing from Bernie and the team is that they have a good working relationship. It is within the government's benefit to actually get this ball rolling and get money coming in. They say that that's what they want. So you're erring on the side of caution here, but at the same time, you're being optimistic that this will be just a matter of time before this export license gets approved. And once that happens, we are in the money. And I think that's why the share price is particularly low at the moment, because of that uncertainty. Bernie went on to say this is another important milestone in the development of the Bougouni and confirms that the conditions and pricing mechanism for the sale of all spodumene concentrate produced by the DMS processing plant for the final 4-year term of the offtake agreement. And we had Reuters even reporting on this back in May. Kodal expects permits soon to export 27,000 tons of stockpiled lithium. Big news articles are picking this up. There seems to be a bit of a fire starting, and I'm getting a taste and the flavour of what Kodal Minerals is going to look like over the coming months, 2 years. So I feel like this is bringing a good sort of element of revenue certainty. Stage 1 is going to be covered by all of this, and it means, and the money that we get will allow us to progress the stage and the plans further by accelerating cash flow for the business. There's obviously risk, guys, that still stand. This permit could not happen, and if it doesn't happen, we have nothing. So there is a huge risk there, but realistically, it seems like this is nothing but more than a formality. And we just have to take their word for it that the conversations are remaining positive. There's a nice little video on the Proactive Investors where Bernie talks about this in a bit more detail. And I highly recommend people going on and watching that if you're interested in Kodal Minerals. He does mention that the funds from the sales aim to help repay shareholder loans and push stage 2 development, plus further resource expansion through drilling, which is what you want to hear. This mine, as we know, has years and years of production potentially ahead of itself. So it's a good time to be considering getting into Kodal Minerals if you're thinking, you know, you're happy enough with the risk reward scenario. This really does feel like a bottom. Look at the charts. We can see that that is being further confirmed here. If I strip away all this over the top stuff. We can see these are previous support levels and stuff, but we look at this. If we strip it right back, we can see where this is sitting right at the bottom. You can see the highs this is potentially was at before. It's unbelievable to think how low we have fallen, but this really does feel like a bottom. And you can see in our Discord, people are getting excited about this news. The amazing news is what the general feeling is, and I couldn't agree more. This is amazing news. The share price is what it is. I do suspect that this is just ready to pop. Anyone considering Kodal Minerals has got to look at these prices now as very favorable, in my opinion. It is worth a top up, and I have topped up as of today. This is another fundamental step in the right direction. I'm also still cautious of the risk that this still poses. I do have a substantial bit of money in Kodal Minerals now, but not a huge amount. I am prepared to buy more dips, but I'm also ready if it was to take off. So let's have a look here. The next milestones to watch for. The export permit granted. Why it matters? Well, this clears shipment delays, launches revenue flow, which is the key things that Bernie was talking about. The first shipment sales, we're hoping for around August, September. We're hoping that that's going to start gathering up a bit of progress. And hopefully this month, with it being July now, we will get an update on the progress there. With all that beautiful 40,000 tons ready to be shipped. The stage 2 DMS expansion and new offtakes increases production and it scales profitability. So there's a clear outline, there's a clear strategy, clear steps forward that Kodal Minerals want to take. It's all hinged on this export license. If they can nail that and get that agreed, then this Bougouni project set up by Kodal Minerals could very well become an absolute major player in the lithium space. Leave your comments down below what your thoughts are. Will this get across the line? I'm very excited, nervously cautious, but I am very excited with the future. And you have to look back over the last 5 years and just say, look, every step has been taken perfectly well. It is done. They have done it the right way around, and it appears to me that Kodal Minerals is just another step away from really taking off.